Today we're going to make a green smoothie. This is one of my favorite kinds of smoothies to make because you can pack some extra nutrients in there. It's a great way to sneak some veggies in without knowing that they're there. If you use frozen fruit, then you don't need to use ice. And part of tip number one is to use bananas. The bananas are a key ingredient to a smoothie because they have such a creamy consistency. When they're frozen, the texture changes a little bit, and the creamy texture that you get from the frozen banana is not comparable to anything else that you can get in any other fruit. What I do too is when they're about this ripe, I throw them into the freezer. I throw them in whole and take them out then when I'm ready, and they usually look this color after they've been in the freezer. And then peel them from frozen, 100% all frozen. And when you do peel them, you're just going to get the skin off of the banana, the skin of the peel. So you know how there are those stringy bits that are on the peel? So what happens is those will stay on the banana, and you're just going to peel it, and you'll get, if you just thaw it ever so slightly under hot water, then you can just get that part of it, and that will leave those stringy bits from the peel on, and you get the nutrition benefit from those as well, because there's nutrition in those stringy bits. I don't know if that's the technical term for them. So anyway, so we're going to start with one of our frozen bananas, and then I just break it up. Next, for a green colored green smoothie, light color fruits. I'm gonna add some peaches. You can add any light color fruit. You wanna stay away from berries, especially dark berries. And in those go. Then you wanna put in some greens. And this is a pro tip also, to go with mild tasting leafy greens, like spinach. And there's plenty of nutrients in spinach, and that'll be delicious. You could always use other types of veggies too. You can even use cauliflower, broccoli, but this is more of a traditional green smoothie with a leafy green. So we're gonna use the spinach. This is an optional thing. Obviously, a lot of things are optional and you can mix it up however you want. So this is a piece of ginger, and it adds a real nice freshness or brightness to it. So I'm going to pop that in there. And then you'll need some plant-based milk. There are so many options for plant-based milks. I'm using soy milk. That's just my go-to milk. It is very creamy, and it packs quite a high amount of protein. This is 9 grams of protein. So the key is to use as little as you need to blend it so that you're not diluting, you're able to make it nice and thick that way. And then if you want some vegan protein powder, so I'm going to use this one here. I'll link it below. It's a good one. I like it. I'm just going to use 1 scoop just to add some flavor, and this has vanilla in it, and so it's got a nice vanilla flavor adds to this, and it's 20 grams of protein for 2 scoops. So I put in 1 scoop, which is about tablespoon, 2 tablespoons or something. So this is pea protein based, and there are a bunch of other brands that I also like, and I can link those too or list them out in the description below as to some of the ones that I find that I like, but you kind of do have to test and see which ones you like if you want to include that. And what's also nice about having a little bit of the protein powder is a lot of them have a little bit of stevia or monk fruit, natural sweeteners that are and they add a little sweetness to it already, so then you get that in there. If you wanted a sweeter smoothie, you could add a date, like a medjool date. I'll soak them, unless they're super soft, you can soak your dates and then they'll be easy to blend into the smoothie. But yeah, so that's something else you can do. And now we're just gonna blend. And if you have a high-speed blender, it's going to be easier to blend, but you can still make it work if you don't and stuff. You may just have to stop and scrape down the sides a little bit and just take a little more time with it, but it'll still work. Okay, so now we're just gonna blend. I didn't put a ton of greens. I could put more greens in them, but we're going to go with this today. And there you have it, a delicious, nutritious green smoothie with about 20 grams of protein. It's a perfect way to kickstart your day or refuel after a workout. It is one thick smoothie. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. That's delicious.